miraculous benefits, one of the miraculous rewards of studying and toiling in Torah is that Hashem takes away not only the worldly responsibilities, but also the yoke of government, the problems with government. He says, Am Yisrael, what are you going to fight them with your spears? You're going to fight them with your guns? You're going to fight them with the Iron Dome? You're going to fight them with Tzal, with IDF? What are you going to fight them with? They're bigger than you. A dome is bigger than you. You got 7.5 billion people. Who are you going to fight? You don't have enough missiles. If all the Arabs, 2.5 billion Arabs, just spit on Israel, they drown. You don't have it, you can't fight them. You couldn't fight them 2,000 years ago, you can't fight them today. Okay, so you're ishtadlut, you want to look like you're trying, fine, you're obligated to do ishtadlut, great. But in reality, you really think you can fight them? You can't fight them. What's the fight? Rabbi Nechunya is telling you, learn Torah. Moshe Rabbeinu told us. How did he fight and win all of his battles? Every 1,000 soldiers also had 1,000 Talmidei Chachamim studying for them. 1,000 people with spears and swords, 1,000 people with chumashim. Why? Because the guy with the sword needs Hashem to make sure the sword actually works. How do we convince Hashem to make sure the sword works? If the guy with the Chumash, the Gemara, the Mishnah, actually reads and toils in Torah. It's the only way to win a war. So Rabbi Nechunya is telling us this Mishnah, not at a time that Am Yisrael is living a pleasant life. We're in a situation where the evil Romans are telling us that if we see you with a Chumash, we're killing you on the spot. We see you teaching, we'll kill you in public, like they did with the 10 martyrs, one of them being Rabbi Akiva. They killed them in public, tortured them. But even that was a favor in comparison to what these messianics are doing to us today. By fooling our nation to believe that we're supposed to worship some guy. Whether it be Yoshke or some Rebbe or some other middleman between us and Hashem Yitbarach. Only answer to our prayers is Torah. Only way we can survive, Torah. But not Torah like Chafif, once in a while when I have a chance, I'll learn 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. I'll watch a video for a few minutes, it's nice. It's got special effects. Yeah, all that stuff is good chizukim along the day. You know, instead of smoking a cigarette and looking into the abyss. Okay, so you watch a 5-minute quick video. Fine. Instead of sitting there eating your burger and imagining how the fries are going to taste as soon as they arrive at your table, you put a shiur on, you listen to it. Instead of talking about basketball, you have a book in front of you that you're going to read, a few psukim. Fine. But that's not your main learning. That's just to get through the day, to survive, to feed your neshama, not just your body. The stuff that's going to keep you alive at the end of times, for eternity, keep you on the right derech, that's the real Torah. That's the fulfillment of actually learning Torah in the morning and at night. You go to work at 8, wake up a little extra early, learn a half hour, learn 20 minutes, learn an hour if you can. You get home, spend some time with the family, don't go to sleep without learning Torah. A lot of people learned different mystical parts of Judaism. People love the mystical parts of Judaism, but in reality, most people that learn the mystical parts of Judaism don't really know the basis behind any of them, because many of them are not so mystical. Like, for example, anyone heard of Kriyat Shemá ala mita? Reading Shemá Yisrael before you go to sleep. You guys all heard about it, right? What do most people believe about why do you read Kriyat Shemá ala mita? Why? No, you read it all in the morning, but you have to also read it before you go to sleep. Why? Why do you read it? I know you know.
I heard you should read it before you go to bed.
Right, why?
To help cleanse any impurities you take to sleep with you.
Oh,
We say from the Satan's wife.
okay, Chazak. Both of your answers were mystical answers. To be saved from some impurities, to make sure your klipa is okay, to be saved from the Satan's wife. These are very, very mystical, holy, Zohar Kadosh type of answers. Question is, why does it work, Bechlal? Why does Shemá Yisrael work? Basic question. This is like Aleph Bit. Why does Shemá Yisrael actually work? To protect you against the Satan's wife. To protect you against wasting seed. To protect you against all of these mystical, crazy things that we can't see, can't hear, and can't think of. Why?
Rededicating your focus.
Dedicating to what?
To
Why Shemá Yisrael? Why not, Hashem, do me a favor, tell him not to come?
That's the clear reminder of the covenant, the commandments.
There's 1.5 million other covenants that you can be reminded of. Why does it say, okay, Hashem, put tefillin on my arm, tefillin on my hand, on my head? That's also a covenant. Oh, Hashem, what about the Brit Milah? That's a covenant. You have 2 other covenants. Why are you mentioning Shemá Yisrael? Why is it the prayer of Shemá Yisrael? Why?
Remind yourself there's one God.
Why don't you say 10 commandments? Say the 10 commandments. I got 10 commandments. The first one, say the 10 commandments. There's one God. The end. Why is Shemá Yisrael the whole thing? It's long. It's long, Shemá Yisrael. Why have to do such long? I want to go to sleep. Shemá Yisrael, go to sleep.
Reminding of Egypt.
It's okay, say Hashem, I know we went to Egypt. Laila Tov. Laila Tov, go to sleep.
In case someone like it,
Okay?
in case that we don't awake.
You don't wake up. Okay. So you do the vidui. Okay, you're in the right direction, but it's not it yet. Simple answer. ABC answer.
Hashem says so. Sure.
No. What's the answer? Because Shemá Yisrael is actual verses from the Torah. That's it. Shemá Yisrael works because the Satan is scared of the Torah. When you're saying Shemá Yisrael, it's in essence you're reading verses from the Torah. As soon as the demons, the Shedim, the Satán, the whoever hears this stuff, they run away. They go, ooh, he's a Talmid Chacham. She's a tzadikah. They learn Torah right now at 12 o'clock at night. I'm running away from here. Simple, my friend. You don't need to go to the Zohar Kadosh for ABC. It's because you're reciting Divrei Torah and you are obligated to say some Divrei Torah before you go to sleep for protection. Ideally, you would actually learn something. You'd open Gemara, you'd open something and actually learn some Torah before you go to sleep. But since not all of us are Talmidim Chachamim that learn at 2 o'clock in the morning, at least say Shemá Yisrael. Because Shemá Yisrael is actual verses from the Torah. That's why it works. There's also, if you look, another way to see how things can easily, when you're not studying the basics, you can very, very easily run away and go into some mystical world that you don't need to go into. I'm not saying it's not real. It's real. But the problem is that if we spend so much time with mystical stuff, we can get lost. We can get lost in this mystical world and start worrying about the klipa when we still don't know halachot of Shabbat. We're worrying about different images and features that are beyond our ability to even think about, when the basics we don't know. We don't even know when to pray in the morning. So it's very important to keep basic.